describe your relationship with Zack? He gave us a little insight from his perspective. How would you describe the relationship between the two?
Yeah, man, we something like brothers. We kind of the same age. We from South Florida, so it's kind of like we automatically click since we came in and really just been building ever since. So I say we pretty tight.
What is it like, each of you, being the workhorse, probably not even in college, but in high school, and then being put in a position here to where you're splitting things, it's kind of a competition, and what is that like, and then doing that with someone that you consider like a brother?
Yeah, I mean, in the game of football, we all competitors. This is what we love to do, and that's just what it is. We take it day by day, help each other get better, feed off each other, and just keep building in that way. That's how I look at it.
Speaking of getting better, so you and Zach at the beginning of practice working with Brian, and he talked about today just like all the things that you guys are working on to get better at, and then working on making catches, and then you make one in practice, and seeing what you're working on paying off, a nice run. What's that process like, and specifically working with Brian?
Yeah, man, it's big. Just like you say, the before practice thing, the little drills, just focusing on those, and then finding a way to translate it to the field. And like you said, that's what we was able to do. And it's all about just stacking good days on good days and good plays on good plays, and keep finding ways to get better. That's what it come down to.
And what are those interactions like with Brian? He seems like a very hands-on offensive coordinator, getting
Yeah.
with different groups.
Man, he's one of the best, in this game, as we all know. And, he a funny guy for sure. And he's always bringing good energy day in and day out.
Devin, I know you said in OTAs, I think, or maybe when we spoke for an interview, that you said you feel like this is the strongest you've been at this point. Could you explain how that translates to the field now here in training camp, and how you feel through the first week now?
Yeah, so I've been feeling good just all the way around the board, like mentally, physically. And, the game has slowed down a lot for me, just coming into year 3. And just really just trying to put it all together, taking what I learned in my first 2 years and putting it all together going into this 3rd year.
When it slows down like that, how much has that helped? I mean, sometimes younger running backs, it takes them a little while to know when to hit certain certain gaps and certain holes. Has it really slowed down for you in that aspect?
No, it definitely has. I would say so. And it helps a lot. Like I say, it just comes with reps, and I've been able to do that, get those over the past 2 years. And like I say, just trying to put it all together in year 3.
What kind of mentor or springboard has Matt Breida been here in a short time?
He's been good, actually. I think he's going on like year 5. He's been in a few different offenses. And just talking with him about, it could be something small about how I'm catching the ball, or my positioning on me catching the ball and making it harder for the defender to slap it down, or something that he sees I could have did on the run. So he's definitely been good in that way, and he always brings good energy as well.
Was he with you as part of that group when you were training in Florida? Was that
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
All
he
right.
was with me a lot. We was there pretty much the whole offseason. We was together.
And had you had a previous relationship with him before meeting and training?
Nah, that was our first time meeting when we got down there in South Florida when we started training, and we just ever since then been keeping in touch and building our relationship.
So what was it like developing it, being able to learn from a new guy, veteran, in that type of setting as opposed to here?
Yeah, so I would say that it's more of like a one-on-one, because it's not like the whole team, and it's like basically him and me, while we training. So it's a lot. We just talking about life, football. So it was big for us.
And how much were you maybe also helping him as someone who's been in this system
Right.
for a couple of years?
So if he had any questions about the offense, I was able to tell him, and we was able to really me quizzing him or whatever it may be, just to get him, up and running on the plays. Once he get here, he can hit the ground running. So that was good for both of us.
And he's obviously known for his speed.
Right.
Some things are God-given. Was he able to pass along things to help you maybe gain some sort of speed?
Some sort of speed?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know some things are God-given, but training-wise or tips.
No, not necessarily in that aspect, nah.
Can we get back with you and Zach, or even with Matt? It's competition.
Right.
How do you think of it? I mean, everybody talks about competition between the backs and who's going to get carries on. Do you think of these things as competitive, or you use it to help each other? Or how do you look at it?
I mean, I think we use it to help each other for one. It's the game of football. It's always competition, and how we look at it, as long as we winning, we helping the team win, and that's just what it is. It don't matter, like I'm saying, if I'm starring, if Breida's starring, if Zack is starring, it don't matter. As long as we helping each other win, helping the team win, that's what matters at the end of the day.
But you've always been, whatever level, fighting to get the most carries, to play as much as you can.
Right.
Do you have to change that at all? Does it change your mindset at all?
Nah, I mean, not at all.
You want the ball. I mean, that's what I'm getting at. It's like
Of
Brian
course,
says-
everybody wants the ball. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you got to look at the bigger picture. If I'm getting the ball, I'm getting the ball. If I'm not, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I still got to play my part. That's what it comes down to.
Devin, look back on last year as the whole running game as a whole. Was it up to Bill's standard, and how much more maybe do you think it needs to be more effective this year in your sense?
Right. I wouldn't say it was quite up to our standard. And then this year is just finding ways to get better, and using it to basically get to that ultimate goal as we all know what we want to be. So that's what it comes down to.
Because you're not getting, we're not all of a sudden going to become this ground and pound team with Josh Allen. So you really have to pick your spots, right?
What you mean by that?
As far as when you get your carries, you've got to be effective and productive.
Right. That's even if you're getting the ball a lot, you got to make them count.
When you talk about building that relationship with Matt after last season, when you guys couldn't have all that in-person interaction, how much more important does that feel now?
Oh, I feel like it's big. I feel like it helps with the team. Just building that bond all the way around. On and off the field. And when you're able to do it off the field, it definitely helps on the field. So I feel like it's big. We're able to do that this year.
You've had a chance to look at a lot of offensive linemen in front of you during camp. The pads aren't on yet, but Cody Ford, a guy that went out last year, how is he looking in front of you so far for camp?
Man, so far so good. Coming off the injury that he's came off, he's been making plays in the run game, pass game. Of course, no one's where they want to be right now at this early in camp, but he's looking good for sure.